Live from the News Channel 5 studios, Jim Sackett and Laurel Sauer.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers special, Protect Our Children.
Over the next hour, we'll be showing you things that are going on right here in our own community, things that may challenge your child's safety, also some things that may help safeguard him or her.
By taking an active role in your child's life and in your neighborhood, you can make a difference. Through Crime Stoppers, you can make a difference. We encourage you to pick up that telephone and make a donation. Our telephone number here, as it will be for the next hour, 1-800-345-WPTV.
Well, welcome back to our Crime Stoppers program, and at this point, perhaps you're wondering exactly what the Crime Stoppers program actually is and exactly how it works. So here's News Channel 5's Tom McNicholas says it all begins with you. Sometimes it takes a tip.
Solving crimes in Palm Beach County since 1981, Crime Stoppers uses a unique tool to sleuth local mysteries. At the direction of Palm Beach County Sergeant Jim DeFago, actors and News Channel 5 photographers return to the scene of the crime to videotape reenactments.
We're trying to give a person who might be in an area a visual tool that might jar their memory that a crime has occurred, that they were shopping and they might have saw the getaway car, the suspects, or what have you.
This West Palm Beach murder happened on January 23rd.
And the reenactments work.
They have argued over a loan and a fight followed. Mackenzie's body was...
Crime Stoppers. I may have some information about this crime that can help you.
After all the vital information on the suspect is received, the anonymous caller is given a secret code.
That number is 10-8888. And if you want to check on the status of this number, you give us a call. We cannot call you. Give you your code number, and we'll give you an update on the information, whether he was arrested or he was not, and we'll keep in contact by that way. All right? Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
Your phone call is by far the most important weapon in solving crimes. Any tip or clue, no matter how small you think it may be, can help detectives jumpstart an investigation and put the bad guys behind bars.
The phones are answered 24 hours a day.
Sergeant DeFago takes our cameras behind the scenes to the office where all the tips are fielded. And it didn't take long for the action to begin.
You know where she's at right now? Okay.
Shortly after our arrival, an anonymous caller is phoning in a tip on a female fugitive.
I'm going to go ahead and call the agency and have her apprehended right now.
That call just came in moments ago. How soon can this suspect be picked up?
Right now, they're en route to go see if this individual's at that location. So we could, as long as it takes them to get to that location until they verify that that person's there and they made the arrest, they'll call us back.
It's that fast because every police agency in Palm Beach County is online with the Crime Stoppers computer bank, and there's plenty of fugitives to go around. Crime Stoppers estimates nearly 70,000 people are wanted for felonies and misdemeanors in Palm Beach County alone. Criminals you can get off the streets by just dialing the phone.
Crime Stoppers.
That might be the piece of the puzzle that might bring that whole puzzle together. You know, and again, what could it hurt? You're just picking up a phone, you're going to be anonymous, and possibly you could earn some cash money in return for that information.
Tom McNicholas, News Channel 5.
And once again, it all begins with you. From the anonymous tips to the generous donations, please pick up your phone now. Help Crime Stoppers make a difference. Call the number on your screen, 1-800-345-WPTV. Our phone banks are really quiet right now. We don't have any phones ringing. We're on for another hour, folks, so please do your best to help us, help this program survive and be successful to help you. Now, this organization saves you tax dollars each and every day, but it needs private donations to keep it going, to pay the rewards and all of the operating costs. The number here, once again, is 1-800 345-WPTV.
Again, this is for you. Let's hear from you. It's something we all hate to see, crimes against children. But when the accused criminals are kids themselves, it's especially disturbing. Student Crime Stoppers is dedicated to cutting down on these kinds of crimes, especially in schools. A deadly shooting at Coniston Middle School in January is one example of why such programs are needed. News Channel 5's Pat Nolan with more.
2 months ago, you could hear the anger in the sobs of the victim's grandmother. Young classmates made a memorial in front of Coniston Middle School where 13-year-old John Kamel was shot to death. Another 13-year-old student is accused of pulling the trigger. 6th grader Jonathan Ramos remembers bruising his shoulder as he scrambled to get away from the gunfire.
He was walking right here, and he had taken out the gun. I had run around there, and in that part over there, I fell. I was thinking that if he shot John, that he would have turned around and just started shooting around to scare everybody else so nobody could see him. So when I was running, I kept on like trying to duck down. That's how I slipped.
Police say the suspect, Traniel Mangum, ran to his home period classroom after the shooting, shocking students who claim they had just watched him fire the shots.
I thought that he was gonna probably shoot more students that same day.
According to police reports, Traniel Mangum tried to convince another student to help him hide the gun somewhere here on campus. The student refused, but a short time later, investigators found what they believed to be the murder weapon underneath a portable classroom buried in the dirt. Students say they watched Mangum put it there. The once huge memorial of flowers at the scene is now gone. The spray-painted farewell messages to Jean Kamel are covered up. One message remains on the parking sign where he was killed. It says, "John, I'll always have you in my heart." But some students here don't have the heart to discuss it anymore.
We hardly talk about it, and if we do, it's once in a while.
Why don't you talk about it?
Because, I mean, it passed, and why talk about something that already passed and it's gonna hurt us more?
The tears that started 2 months ago still flow at the mention of the shooting. Coniston's principal hopes students are now more likely to stop crime before it happens.
We want to make sure that students still understand that if they see things that are going on that are inappropriate, that they feel free to report them. I think that's something that we need to instill in all of our children.
Children, they are children. It's easy to forget that when they're confronted with crimes that were once considered only adult matters. The challenge for them now is to use adult methods to prevent such crimes. Pat Nolan, News Channel 5.
This hour is for our children. The Student Crime Stoppers program encourages kids to call the same tips number used by adults. Again, you do not have to give your name. Participants can earn a $100 reward if they provide useful information to police. The memory of young Jean-Pierre Kamal lives on. Workers put up this marker in front of the school at the exact location where the teenager was shot. The gold script marble stone was donated by the mother of one of Kamal's classmates. And this note about the importance of Student Crime Stoppers, a tip received through that program is credited with averting a potential tragedy at another school the week after Jean-Pierre Kamal was killed. Laurel?
We are really pleased to welcome to our Crime Stoppers Telethon tonight the brand new West Palm Beach Police Chief, Chief Rick Bradshaw here. Unfortunately, this horrible tragedy happened in your jurisdiction, Chief Bradshaw. What have you done to ease parents' worries and help make the school safer, and is that possible?
Well, we talked with the parents down there the day afterwards and kind of alleviated some of their fears that this was an incident that was going to happen regardless of how much presence that we had down there. It was something between those two kids that was going to happen, whether it happened there or happened in another place. But we've taken a lot of steps to enhance the communication that needs to take place between the students, the faculty, and the officers that are assigned to that school to let us know what's going on to try to prevent these type of things.
Especially weapons on campus. That's a very frightening thought for most parents these days.
Absolutely, and I think when people talk and the communication is better, we know what's going to happen. The parents are involved, the students are involved, the teachers are involved, and we're involved, and maybe we can divert some of that.
Chief Bradshaw, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We're glad to have you on board.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Well, a major part of Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers' success has come directly from you, our viewers, and each and every week we highlight an unsolved crime for you, hoping perhaps you saw something that can help police solve it. In this case, it's a homicide.
The scene of the crime was a quiet residential street in Boynton Beach at 2980 Southeast 2nd Street, bright and early on a Monday morning, January 22nd. The 75-year-old woman lived there alone. Police say an intruder must have confronted the woman in her kitchen after he came in the front door. When police discovered her, she had been stabbed to death by her attacker and left there lying on the kitchen floor. Her attacker then stole 2 small boombox radios, a gray tote bag, and a small amount of jewelry. Now, police theorize the suspect left the murder scene with the stolen goods and, quite surprisingly, showed up on the front door of another duplex in the very same apartment complex. And the important thing to remember here is the time frame was just 30 minutes later. The killer suddenly turned into a salesman at the front door of the house.
Got diamonds, 3 carat, 4 carat, rings.
If I buy this, I'm just wasting my money.
Yo, baby, you ain't I'm the man. I'm gonna go into this. Gold rings, chains, jewelry.
The suspect then tried to sell the contents of a gray tote bag. The woman he talked with said the jewelry matched the description of the stolen items. He then finally left and walked away. He is described as a black male, 20 to 25 years old, 5'10", about 190 pounds, with very short cropped hair, almost bald. Last seen wearing a white shirt and shorts.
Hi, I'm Detective Lee of the Boynton Beach Police Department. If you know anything about this crime or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
All right, this is Crime Stoppers for Palm Beach County. Let's go to the tote board and find out where we're standing right now. We have $5,281 for the Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers program right now. 12 minutes after the hour, we'll be here until 8 o'clock.
That's a good start, folks, but we need some more. So dig deep into those pockets. Give us whatever you can to make this program a big success. Also, for those of you having trouble with the number, 1-800-345-9788 is WPTV, okay? So please call. Those who work to protect you don't stop when the sun goes down. Up next on our Crime Stoppers Telethon, a look at new tools they have that work in the dark.
But first, take a look at this wanted suspect.
Hello, I'm John Walsh of America's Most Wanted. As you know, we've solved a lot of cases and put 450 dangerous fugitives behind bars due to the participation of citizens just like you. I'm here, however, to give you some statistics that may amaze you based on your own Crime Stoppers of Palm Beach County program. Since its inception in 1981, there have been more than 3,000 cases solved, nearly 2,000 arrests have been made, and police have recovered $2.5 million in property and more than $11 million in narcotics. In January 1994, Crime Stoppers started a Student Crime Stoppers program and has received nearly 200 calls from every middle, high, and alternative school in Palm Beach County. There's also been a big payout for rewards through this all-volunteer civilian nonprofit organization to the tune of more than $140,000. This is where you can help. Pick up the phone and pledge any amount you can to help build the reward fund for Crime Stoppers and Student Crime Stoppers programs in your community. Remember, Crime Stoppers of Palm Beach County helps all law enforcement agencies throughout the county, and not one tax dollar has come from your pocket. Whether they're America's Most Wanted or Palm Beach County's Most Wanted, let's get them off the streets.
We found a really big refrigerator.
That big?
That's it, the GE Profile 30. You know, it's the largest side-by-side refrigerator in the world. We got it at Chuck's Appliance.
That's big.
You know, I like Chuck's Appliance. We were looking at a GE 27 cubic foot model. Then Chuck's Appliance showed us the Profile 30.
That's big.
Right, and it fits in virtually the same space as the 27.
The smart buy is GE Profile. The smart place to buy is Chuck's Appliance and TV.
Fidelity Federal, they come through for you when you need them.
To Sherry McCandless at a Better Copy Center, reliability is everything. Her customers expect it from her, and she depends on it from her bank, Fidelity Federal.
We started with the mortgage on our building, but eventually we switched all of our banking to Fidelity Federal.
From commercial lending to deposit accounts, a Better Copy Center knows you can count on Fidelity Federal.
Fidelity Federal, count on us.
A woman is feeling a little sluggish. So she goes to her personal trainer and she says, "Hey, I'm feeling a little sluggish. What do I do?" "Get a Katera," said the trainer. So they take a test drive and she puts it through a workout. Climbs a few hills, passes a truck, and stops on a mime. The more she drives it, the more she likes it. The more she likes it, the better she feels. "Katera does my heart good," said the woman. "I think I'll buy one." "Exercise your prerogative," said the trainer. Katera, it's the caddy that zigs.
Hey, I don't care about European luxury cars. I don't care about inline roller skating. I don't care about who wins the Super Bowl. And I don't care about political parties unless I'm invited. What I do care about are my friends and family. And when someone I know is pregnant, I tell them, you gotta do what's good for your baby. Because they do the same for me. Tell someone you care about their baby. For more information on prenatal care, call 1-800-451-BABY.
Welcome back to our Protect Our Children Crime Stoppers special. We invite you to learn how you can help safeguard your children.
Yes, we do. And we also invite you to show your support for Crime Stoppers by picking up the phone right now, please, and pledging a donation. Anything you can give us, any amount will be appreciated. The number is 1-800-345-WPTV, which is 1-800-345-9788.
There's a deadly silence in this studio tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is
the phones
unusual.
are not ringing. This program is for you.
And I had to grab a t-shirt for you because we do have some giveaways. We're not expecting you just to give us your money for nothing, folks. So we've got a nice Crime Stoppers, that's a Student Crime Stoppers t-shirt to give you for a $50 donation. So you're getting something for your money in return. Makes a nice addition to the beach or the spring training games, which we're almost ending. So $50 donation, folks, and we will send you a t-shirt for Crime Stoppers. Remember that.
Okay, as big city crime continues sweeping into our smaller communities, police are forced to come up with a new and innovative way and ways to stop those criminals. In Wellington, a growing crime problem there has sheriff's officers seeing the light. Here's News Channel 5's Eric Wilkinson.
As night descends upon the village of Wellington, increasingly, criminals are too. Burglaries to people's homes are becoming an almost nightly occurrence. In fact, last year, there were a dozen break-ins in 1 week alone.
And they cleaned this lady out of all of her jewelry. It must have been $10,000, $15,000 worth of jewelry alone. They actually broke into the safe.
Prompting this, a community bike patrol by Wellington sheriff's officers. Deputies Sam Otterson and Todd Chandler stealthily patrolling neighborhood streets, checking out anyone who looks suspicious.
What you been doing since the last time I spoke with you?
But what makes this duo doubly dangerous to criminals is a secret weapon. The deputies are now armed with night vision scopes, military technology that allows them to literally see in the dark.
If we think we hear something, we'll use this, go in the area that we hear it, and we can basically pick out, what's going on in pure darkness with no problem at all. They're looking for us, and they don't see us. So we can sit way back in the back and watching them walk right into us.
Now, to see just how well this new night vision technology works, we're going to put it to the test. The police are going to give me about a 60-second head start here, and I'm going to head off into the woods and see if they can find me. Busted. And police here expect this to be the rule, not the exception. So far, home burglaries are down in Wellington since the night vision bike patrols began 4 months ago. With authorities fully anticipating the success will keep rolling along. Eric Wilkinson, News Channel 5.
In addition to tracking burglars, deputies at the Wellington substation say their 3 night vision scopes have helped nab several drug offenders as well.
Well, let's check in and see how we're doing. It's 20 minutes after the hour. We've got another 40 minutes or so on the air in this Crime Stoppers telethon. We are at $5,459, folks. That is fabulous, but we need some more. So don't sit there and just watch us tonight. Pick up the phone, call us, and give us whatever donation you can give us.
That's right. Don't sit there and say, well, I'll let George next door do it, okay? Because you may become a victim. This program is to help our children, too. Sometimes people go so far out of their way to help others that it's awe-inspiring. When this Crime Stoppers special continues, you'll meet such a person, but first, see if you can help police cross another wanted suspect off the list.
Crime Stoppers in Palm Beach County is a very important asset to the community. Chevron independent dealers are aware of this and would like to present Crime Stoppers with an $800 check. Thank you.
South Florida SafeNet, News Channel 5's InfoLine partner in preventing crime and promoting safety. South Florida SafeNet. Get a copy at the information booth at the Palm Beach Mall.
Did you ever wonder what makes the Grand Am so popular? Maybe it's the bold, aggressive styling and sport-tuned suspension. Maybe it's the standard safety features like dual airbags and four-wheel anti-lock brakes. One thing's for sure, everybody loves Grand Am's value. Right now, you can drive a Grand Am for just $239 a month with a 36-month GMAC Smart Lease. $239 a month for a new Grand Am.
What's your reason?
See the Pontiac Performer nearest you.
When others ask you to do drugs, what do you say to them?
No way. I respect my body, man. I'd rather stick anchovies in my ears. I don't want to look and feel like this. Take a chill pill.
There is only one. Sky Vision and Chopper 5, a revolutionary new way to see news and traffic live. Close up. Sky Vision and Chopper 5. Technology so advanced, you're there when it happens. Sky Vision and Chopper 5. See it first, close up, live, day or night. Sky Vision and Chopper 5. Coverage you can count on, even in the dark.
'Couple kids who want to go to college can't, simply because they can't afford it. Take Stock in Children needs contributions and mentors to help change that. Please call.
I'm Laurel Sauer along with Jim Sackett. Welcome back to our Crime Stoppers special this year, protecting our children. And it seems, folks, our pleas for money have worked a little bit. We've got a few numbers to show you here on the tote board, so let's take a look.
Whoa! We just jumped about $4,000.
I'll say.
Outstanding.
Almost double the money there. We were almost at $11,000, folks, $10,595, and thanks to you, that number is going up.
This is the only source of revenue for the Crime Stoppers program in Palm Beach County. This is supposed to get them through another year, so that's why we count on your support every year. Protecting our children, which is the focus of our Crime Stoppers program tonight, can take on many forms. In Boca Raton, one law enforcement officer is dedicating his personal and professional life to keeping kids out of trouble and on the right track. News Channel 5's Tina Conti takes a look at his inspirational work.
As a Boca Raton police officer, Wayne Barton doesn't catch bad guys.
Slap it down, slap it down.
He catches at-risk kids and makes sure their lives get started on the right foot.
These are kids that could be out selling drugs. These are kids that could be out committing crimes, but instead we're developing young leaders.
For a decade, Barton has spent his personal and professional time helping children and teens. Some are from broken homes, others have been in trouble or even arrested. But Barton focuses not just on the letter of the law, but on making the grade.
What kind of grades you got in school?
He now runs the Wayne Barton Study Center in the Pearl City area, where teachers tutor students after school. The youths have to show improvement in their grades, have a good attitude, and participate in activities.
What we got to do is make our kids work for it and earn it. And you see, by doing that, you instill a lot of self-initiative in the child.
He rewards them with fun activities and trips. On this day, the officer announces that a select group of students will be going to Paris, France this summer.
We're going to be there for 3 weeks.
3 weeks? A special fundraising group, Barton's Boosters, helps to pay for such programs, including a recent tour of colleges, which helped high school senior Kim Kennedy apply for admission to Savannah State.
It's very important because if it wasn't for anyone else, I wouldn't have got a chance to go on that tour because the school doesn't do that, and it's great that somebody in the community can help us.
Barton's efforts have touched the lives of hundreds of children and their parents, like Stacy Holloway.
Actually, he's been like a second father to my kids, especially my son, because of him, a lot of his programs that he has, it caused my son to stay involved in a lot of things.
Barton Study Center is located here in the heart of the Dixie Manor public housing development. But he helps not only children and teenagers in this community, he also works with students throughout the city, including kids at one of the most affluent private schools in Boca Raton. Officer Barton says while his work does prevent crime by keeping kids in bounds, his ultimate goal is to give them a positive vision for the future.
Is that a police officer job? Yes, it is. It's investing in the future. And by investing in the future now, we can guarantee there'll be a positive tomorrow.
In Boca Raton, Tina Conti, News Channel 5.
Tina says Officer Barton commits 7 days a week to these children. Many of them visit his house on the weekends to spend time with Barton and his wife, who is also very involved with helping the local youngsters.
He's a fabulous man. We are lucky to have him here in our community.
What
Folks,
are you holding?
Well, some people call it a big ketchup container, but it's not. It's going to be full of money before long. We know it. And this is another way that you can donate to the Crime Stoppers program. Makes it easy as pie. Southland Corporation has graciously, I'm not a good Vanna White here, am I? Here we go. Has graciously organized a new promotion in the 7-Eleven stores of April and May of this year. They will give all the money dropped in this bucket to Crime Stoppers. So that's fabulous. How many times are we always in a 7-Eleven popping in for something? So if you have some spare change and some spare dollar bills, we would appreciate it. It helps the Crime Stoppers program, and it's an easy way to do it. So remember, 7-Eleven stores, April and May, right here in Palm Beach County.
That's right. That's April and May, but we are here right now. And the number we'd like for you to call is 1-800-345-WPTV, 1-800-345-9788. Simple as that. For Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers for our children. Many parents want to know exactly how safe their children are at school. Up next, we'll take an inside look.
But first, don't go away. Please take a look at this wanted suspect. Maybe this is one man you can help police get off the streets.
Hello, I'm Bob Newman, Palm Beach County Sheriff. I'd like to wholeheartedly add my endorsement to the Crime Stoppers program. I arrived in Palm Beach County in 1982. At that time, the Crime Stoppers program was approximately 1 year old. I've seen the results that Crime Stoppers has had on crime in Palm Beach County, and it's been dramatic, and it's been positive. Just last year, for example, 56 of 87 fugitives that were highlighted on Crime Stoppers were arrested the same day that the tip arrived. In addition, 143 of 183 cases that were aired on Crime Stoppers were solved the same day. What people don't realize is that saved the taxpayers approximately $14,000 in salaries of investigators who otherwise might have spent days, if not weeks, investigating these crimes. You as a citizen of Palm Beach County often ask, what can we do to assist our law enforcement officers? Crime Stoppers is an excellent opportunity for you to participate in two ways. Number one, it does take funding to continue to pay out the rewards and administer the program. You can help in that regard, and I urge you to do so if you can. Secondly, make sure that when you watch on a daily basis and you see something, that you pick up the phone and call into law enforcement and let them know that you have information that might assist in solving a crime. This is a wonderful place to live. We were all drawn here for many reasons. Crime Stoppers is a proactive program that asks for your cooperation, and I urge you to participate in the program both as a contributor and as a participant. Thank you for all of those who have anonymously participated in the past. You have continued to make Palm Beach County a safe place in which to live. Thank you.
Fidelity Federal, it's an old-fashioned hometown bank. That's what I like.
When you run a business, the right banker can be a valuable partner. So Cheryl Carpenter chose Fidelity Federal for all of Dixie Printing's banking.
They're big enough to handle my needs, but they give me individual attention.
When you need checking and deposit services that are specially tailored to fit your business, find out what Dixie Printing already knows. You can count on Fidelity Federal.
Fidelity Federal, count on us.
Dinner ready? Hey, there's the GE Profile range we bought at Chuck's Appliance.
Sure is.
Is it as great as they said?
Definitely. You know, Chuck's Appliance was the only store where the people were smart enough to talk to us, to help us find out what we really wanted.
Well, if our GE Profile convection range roasts up to 30% faster than a regular range, like the people at Chuck's Appliance said,
so why isn't dinner ready?
The smart buy is GE Profile. The smart place to buy is Chuck's Appliance and TV.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average blasted through the 5,900 mark for the first time ever.
rival staple. And the report will explore the marketing campaign and sales technique.
The South Florida Business Report, Sunday starting at 10:30.
Let's get to the point. Skeletons out of the closet. It's an all-new Saturday trilogy. Nowhere to run. Ghosts in New Orleans. Bump in the night. A trilogy event.
Loading right now.
Pretender. Where life's on the line.
Stay with me.
Will his genius be enough? Profiler. When Washington's taken captive, Hunter becomes prey. An all-new Saturday trilogy.
Welcome back to Palm Beach County's Crime Stoppers. Protect Our Children is our theme this year. The number to call, 1-800-345-WPTV. We desperately would like to hear from you. Let's go to the tote board now. Should we take a look and see what's going on up there? Okay, here we go. Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers now up to almost $12,000. Thank you very much for your generous donations, and we want to introduce Captain Gary Frechette, who is with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Before that, though, you were very busy up in Martin County doing what?
We ran a boot camp at the First Juvenile Offender Training Center.
Does it strike you as odd that you have to have something like that today?
Yeah, it really does. Who ever thought that we in law enforcement, along with DARE and crime prevention, that we'd have to come up with something for high-risk kids? But Sheriff Newman made a commitment to go ahead and start a youth academy here in Palm Beach County with kids, boys 13 to 16 that have not been in trouble yet, and give them the discipline, the self-esteem, and the motivation that we think they need.
And give them another chance at life, I guess, to get their act together.
Yeah, well, we believe that that really works. We found out that the military model with the discipline with these kids really works, and it'll be mandatory that the parents have some counseling. But again, we're going way over and above what law enforcement traditionally does.
And very quickly, when is the one in Palm Beach County going to be set up?
We're keeping our fingers crossed. We hope by the beginning of the school year.
Okay, Captain Gary Frechette, thank you very much. Pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for your support.
Appreciate it.
Laurel?
Now, each and every day, we're certainly reminded that crime is no longer just an adult problem. Kids are committing violent crimes, and more kids are using alcohol, marijuana, and other drugs. Now, on the front lines of the battle are school resource officers, uniformed patrols assigned to every school in Palm Beach County. News Channel 5's Tom Dempsey spends the morning with one officer and finds out how the Crime Stoppers program helps him do a better job.
Staying out of trouble?
He spent years as an NYPD detective.
Once you're on campus, you can't leave. You know that.
But becoming a Palm Beach County school resource officer is Bob McIsaac's biggest challenge yet.
In the morning here, at 8:15, when their parents, I come out here so the parents can see me. And they want the feeling of security. When they drop their child off, they want to feel their child is secure.
West Palm Beach cops also keep watch, but kids at Coniston Middle seem to listen and talk more with the man they call Officer Bob.
They're the bottom line. If they're not my friends, why am I here?
Officer Bob helps with everything from getting kids to class.
Yeah, we got to go to class. Come on, hon.
To keeping watch over bikes. To keeping his eyes and ears open for signs of trouble.
Oh, I'm here for their safety, and I need their cooperation. I need to know what's happening in the school.
Even with information.
We have change of classes now?
Okay.
Thank you.
Keeping watch over today's kids is a tough job.
It's just not a job for everybody. You have to like kids.
Officer Bob's worst day came January 27th of this year when young 8th grader Jean-Pierre Kamel was gunned down by who police say was his own classmate. This memorial marks the spot where it happened right on school grounds, just moments before the first morning bell.
Took the wind out of all of us. Had to start from scratch again.
Starting from scratch on the issue of police on campus only reinforced the idea of building relationships while helping keep order.
Come on, ladies. First bell. Let's go to homeroom.
The kids must know the badge, the patch, the gun. They're all there for their protection. Resource officers are there to help, and they need good information to do their jobs better.
The Crime Stoppers and Crime Tips helps. I can't imagine what would it be like if we didn't have something like that, if we didn't have the help. But we need more.
More help, more information, more involvement from parents and community. It's the only way to make our schools more safe for our children. In West Palm Beach, Tom Dempsey, News Channel 5.
Now, speaking of those school resource officers, we have the chief one here joining us tonight on our Crime Stoppers Telethon. Jim Kelly, he's the police chief of the Palm Beach County School System. Awfully tough year for you, and especially at Coniston. Just how safe are the schools and what can be done to make them safer? Because a resource officer was there that day too, and it didn't seem to help.
Well, this was in the beginning of the day. We feel that the schools are safer than anywhere in the community. Where do you have a good group of kids supervised by 100 to 200 personnel in a day? You know, you get those same kids at a mall and there's no supervision. What we like to do is stress here that sharing of information is very important. And in this case, the young man had the firearm on the way to school, and if other students had tipped somebody off, he might have been intercepted.
So you're saying that's so important is the communication with the kids, especially about weapons on campus.
Right, that's why we brought student Crime Stoppers to our school campuses, so that if they didn't want to talk to the officers or the administrators, they had another way of reporting something anonymously, and to get that information to us so that we can act on it.
Okay, well, good luck the rest of the year. We hope it works out a lot better for you. Jim Kelly, thanks for joining us tonight on our program. Jim?
1-800-345-WPTV. Call, make your pledge, and then you can see your numbers, your dollars go up on our tote board, which we will take a look at right now as we updated for you $13,260. Thank you very much for your generosity. But again, don't let George do it. Pick up the phone and call. Still ahead, a way you can help solve a mystery for detectives.
No other radio news source delivers live, local, in-depth coverage every day like AM 1230 WJNO. No-nonsense news.
He played the game as hard as a man could play. But Lou Gehrig gave the world more than amazing baseball records. He left us his name. He made the world aware of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Lou Gehrig's disease, a devastating illness that paralyzes every part of the body except the brain. We're searching for a cure. Won't you join the team? Let's break Lou Gehrig's disease.
2 years ago, Home Safe was just a dream. But today, abused and neglected children in Palm Beach County have a special place to go, a place designed just for them. Thousands of children will benefit from the services that Home Safe provides. But we're only part of the way there. Home Safe still needs your support. For information on how you can help, please call Home Safe today.
This message is brought to you by the law firm of Montgomery and Lamoya, helping to build a better community.
The city of West Palm Beach is planning a party in celebration of the 25th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Spring Splash Birthday Bash is a free day of fun, March 29th in downtown West Palm Beach. There'll be egg hunts, a special visit by friends from the Walt Disney World Resort, an arts and crafts show, and live entertainment, all topped off with a 25-ton sand sculpture of Walt Disney World's Cinderella Castle cake. Spring Splash is produced by the city of West Palm Beach in partnership with the Palm Beach County Board of Commissioners.
We only have about 20 minutes left in our program this year. We want to hear from you, 1-800-345-WPTV.
Let's take a quick look at our tote board. The numbers are going up. We like to see that, and here they are, $18,631. That's great. We are happy to see that. Thank you so much, but don't sit tight yet. We're not finished with you yet, and we need some more money, folks. Now, a drive-by shooting is a tough crime to solve sometimes because it all happens so fast, no one knows what happened. But you may be able to lend a hand, so watch this Crime Stoppers reenactment. Police have 2 dead victims in a drive-by shooting and still no suspects. The crime happened in the pre-dawn hours about 4:25 a.m. on January 19, 1995. The 2 victims, 30-year-old Gina Anderson and her boyfriend, 33-year-old Kenneth Lewis, were last seen talking to 2 men in a car in an alleyway behind an apartment at 523.5 31st Street in West Palm Beach. Suddenly, gunshots were fired. two victims were shot several times and left to die in that dark alleyway. Police think the suspects raced away down the alley in a small black sports car with a loud muffler. The car was last seen heading south on Spruce Avenue.
I'm Detective Atherton from the West Palm Beach Police Department. If you have any information regarding this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
Joining us now is an individual who has made it his profession to protect you and your children. Rick Lincoln of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Thanks very much for being with us this evening. Quick question for you, though. The worthwhileness, if I can use that term, of Crime Stoppers for the PBSO.
Well, we believe that obviously anything that we can do to incorporate the citizens of our county in helping us deal with crime issues is critical, and that plays directly into the whole idea of Crime Stoppers. I think just last year alone, if I'm not mistaken, almost 250 cases in Palm Beach County were solved as a result of Crime Stoppers, so it's a viable program.
So it makes your job easier, makes the people on the road patrol jobs easier, and everybody right down the line.
Absolutely, and it does involve citizens in dealing with crime issues here in the county.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us this evening. We appreciate your perspective on it. It's as simple as that. It works. Let's hear from you. Thank you.
Here's that number once again, 1-800-345-WPTV, which is 9788. Our phones have quieted down. We hate to hear that, folks. Please sit there, dig deep, and give us whatever you can to make this Crime Stoppers program. All the money goes to the reward fund. By the way, some of the phone callers have been asking, where's the money going? It goes to the reward fund. Well, Crime Stoppers really does save your tax dollars, and it gets criminals off the street. Up next, we'll show you how someone like you solved a shocking case.
The South Florida Science Museum and the Outdoor Dinosaurs exhibit have something very important in common with Crime Stoppers, and that's kids. We both want to reach the young kids with the message of learning and education and also a message of safety. Crime Stoppers is very concerned with safety of kids, and the South Florida Science Museum is concerned with educating kids about science. We're happy to team up with them on this effort.
South Florida SafeNet, News Channel 5's InfoLine partner in preventing crime and promoting safety. South Florida SafeNet. Get a copy at the information booth at the Palm Beach Mall.
Hey, look at the TV. Isn't that your new dishwasher?
Yeah, it's the GE Profile Quiet Dishwasher. I bought it, Chuck's Appliance. Why are you whispering? Because I want you to hear how quiet it is. Expensive, I'll bet. Just $399 at Chuck's Appliance. For the price, it's the quietest in America. Wow! Why are we still whispering? Because I love the peace and quiet. Mom! You were saying?
The smart buy is GE Profile. The smart place to buy is Chuck's Appliance and TV.
Fidelity Federal. They come through for you when you need them.
To Sherry McCandless at a Better Copy Center, reliability is everything. Her customers expect it from her, and she depends on it from her bank, Fidelity Federal.
We started with the mortgage on our building, but eventually we switched all of our banking to Fidelity Federal.
From commercial lending to deposit accounts, a Better Copy Center knows you can count on Fidelity Federal.
Fidelity Federal, count on us.
In today's storm of information, only one weather team brings it all together. News Channel 5's first warning storm team. Clear, concise, to the point. The weather information you need. Doppler radar, currents, forecasts. In the first 30 seconds of every weathercast, guaranteed. And the exclusive power of first warning. Instant, local, accurate. It's a weather team that doesn't waste time. News Channel 5's first warning storm team. Coverage you can count on.
When others ask you to do drugs, what do you say to them?
No way. I respect my body, man. I'd rather stick anchovies in my ears. I don't want to look and feel like this. Take a chill pill.
We're back with our Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers. This year's theme is protecting our children, and we need protection for them. Indeed, we do. 1-800-345-WPTV is the number to call.
And here's a quick look at the tote board, see how our numbers are going up. We hope this, yes, they are, $19,446. Thank you so much, Palm Beach County. We're on for another 15 minutes, so don't stop now. Keep on going.
Okay, we're just short of 20,000. Let's have our next tow board put us over 20,000 and more. Investigators say the Crime Stoppers tips line is an integral part of the crime-fighting system. Calls on the tips line have helped solve many of the department's biggest cases, including the brutal shooting of a West Palm Beach toddler who was caught in the middle of what detectives believe was a planned hit.
You can give him a hug, yes.
Clara Beginnis is filled with a mix of emotions when she holds her granddaughter, Brittany. The 3-year-old was living with her mother in their West Palm Beach home last year when a gunman stormed the house and killed 2 people. One of them was Brittany's 2-year-old brother, Brandon.
And there they are with the Easter Bunny.
Now Beginnis is fighting for permanent custody of Brittany. The toddler has been living with her grandmother since the murders, and Beginnis fears for Brittany's life if she goes back to live with her mother, Crystal Babb, seen here in court. She now lives in this trailer. Brittany's father, Ronald Babb, is now in jail on burglary charges.
If it wasn't for God, this child would have been killed too.
You tried to stop all of this from happening.
Yes, I did.
But nobody listened.
No?
And Brittany still has nightmares about that fateful night.
I'm angry at my son and his wife because they wouldn't straighten themselves out and take care of my grandbabies.
But thanks to a call on the Crime Stoppers tip line, detectives were able to make a very quick arrest in this case.
Roughly within 30 hours, we had both suspects in custody.
Bobby Jackson and Miguel Garcia Soto face murder charges in the case. Detective Frank Mayo investigated the murders.
And because that tip came in, it gave us the exact location where that individual was, and we were able to apprehend the person.
He says tipsters have solved cases that have gone cold, where there are no leads and no suspects.
Sometimes it's the silliest piece of information that can make or break a case.
But the Crime Stoppers tip did more than put 2 murder suspects behind bars. Clara Beginnis believes it actually saved 2 lives, her granddaughters and her sons.
Because I was afraid my son was going to get killed from either overdose of drugs or somebody was just going to shoot him or something, by the way he was acting.
And Beginnis says her case shows that the Crime Stoppers tip line is worth it.
People that's going out and committing these crimes, they need to be arrested. Whether it's my son, anyone else's son, it's not right.
So you think the tip line works then?
Yes, I do.
And while the tip cannot bring Brandon back, it at least has given Beginnis the peace of mind she needs to focus on her biggest project, raising her granddaughter. Verna Collins, News Channel 5.
And we cannot emphasize enough, it's those kinds of quick arrests that makes Crime Stoppers such a success. Now you can do your part by picking up your telephone and pledging your support. 1-800-345-WPTV. Laurel?
Also, we're pleased joining us tonight is John Schweiner. He's the chairman of the Crime Stoppers program right here in Palm Beach County. And John, we've talked many times before, and we do have a very successful program here in Palm Beach County in the entire country. But what can you drive home to the folks tonight in the last 15 minutes to tell them how important it is they support our Crime Stoppers program?
One of the major factors, in particular, of our Student Crime Stoppers program is that it's a 24-hour-a-day program. It's not something that the students go into school and only have to call during school hours. We've recently received calls in the evening, which is beneficial to us. Some of the students don't want to talk to their parents, and they don't want to talk to other students and their peers. So the program's working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I think that's one of the most primary factors that we have, and of course the children remain anonymous. I would like the parents to think of this as sending in $25 for an assurance policy for their children
Safety
today.
of their children.
Right,
Good point.
exactly.
Good point, John. Thank you so much. Especially could help with weapons on campus and anonymous tips line for
We've
students.
taken 18 weapons off the schools in the last 2 years.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Good luck with the rest of the year. Jim.
That's right, and don't consider it ratting on a friend. When you call, you may be saving someone's life, a child's life. Let's go to the tote board now and find out how we stand here on our Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers, $24,762. Thank you all for your generosity, and protect our children. A Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers special. We'll be right back.
My name is Ed Weber with Chevron Products Company.
And on behalf of Chevron, I would like to thank the Crime Stoppers of Palm Beach County for our fine association with your organization during the past 4 years. As you know, we have supported you during that period of time, and our intent is to continue to support you in the future. Thanks again for all the fine things that you have done for Chevron in the past, and for all the things that you're doing for this community to make it a safe place to work and to live. Thanks, Crime Stoppers.
Hey, I've got an idea.
No, we're not going to do the wash tomorrow.
Seriously, come here. Look, it's the GE washer we saw at Chuck's Appliance.
Look, the suspension system reduces vibration.
Can save up to 75 loads a year.
It's the largest tub capacity you can buy.
So this load would already be finished.
Right. So what's your idea?
Let's go back to Chuck's Appliance and buy a new GE washer. And we can do the wash tomorrow.
Come see the revolutionary new GE washer at Chuck's Appliance and TV.
Fidelity Federal. It's an old-fashioned hometown bank. That's what I like.
When you run a business, the right banker can be a valuable partner. So Cheryl Carpenter chose Fidelity Federal for all of Dixie Printing's banking.
They're big enough to handle my needs, but they give me individual attention.
When you need checking and deposit services that are specially tailored to fit your business, find out what Dixie Printing already knows. You can count on Fidelity Federal.
Fidelity Federal.
A woman is feeling a little sluggish, so she goes to her personal trainer and she says, "Hey, I'm feeling a little sluggish. What do I do?" "Get a Katera," said the trainer. So they take a test drive and she puts it through a workout. Climbs a few hills, passes a truck, and stops on a mime. The more she drives it, the more she likes it. The more she likes it, the better she feels. "Katera does my heart good," said the woman. "I think I'll buy one." "Exercise your prerogative," said the trainer. Katera, it's the caddy that zigs.
You go to your doctor or nurse for a checkup. Do they only check your eyes? No. Do they only check your ears? No. Do they only check your weight?
No.
Or do they check you all over to make sure you're okay and give you your shots? Hey, wait for mom and dad. Yes, regular baby checkups prevent problems and keep babies healthy. Questions? Call 1-800-451-2229.
1-800-345-WPTV is our telephone number. We only have a few minutes left. Let's hear from you to support Palm Beach County Crime Stoppers. And one person who's actively involved in the program and knows a lot about it is Lieutenant Jill Chappelle of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. What can you tell people that we haven't told them already in the last 45 minutes?
Well, Jim, we're just so pleased with the support that we've received from the community over the past years. And it's so important that they not only call in with their donations tonight, but also keep calling us at the program to continue with those tips that they give us each and every day. We're so pleased, and we're just so happy to have the community behind us. Of course, it wouldn't work without them.
That's right, and that's why the crime statistics are going down in Palm Beach County.
Absolutely. All the calls that we receive from our tips are really, really working. We're really making arrests out there. We're recovering property. And again, we need people to call in, not only for the donations, but call in on those tips.
Well, that sums it up right there. Lieutenant Chappelle, thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you.
We're in the last 7 minutes, folks. The home stretch of our 97 telethon protecting your children. You can still call now, 1-800-345-9788. Any and all donations are willingly accepted. And in one recent crime, a woman was totally terrified in her own home. Perhaps you can help solve this crime. A home invasion in Loxahatchee ended with a sexual attack on the woman inside. Detectives say the suspect approached the house around 2 to 3 in the morning on Wednesday, May 15th. The white male had blue face paint on and was carrying a large double-edged knife. He immediately cut the phone lines and electricity in the fuse box. The victim woke up, opened a window for ventilation, checked the phone lines and noticed they were dead, then went back to sleep in her children's room. She was suddenly awakened by a noise and heard her children crying. The suspect takes the victim to another room where he sexually assaults her and then makes her take a shower to wash away any evidence. The suspect then leaves through the same window he climbed in. The suspect is described as a white male, 5'7", about 200 pounds, with a beer belly, wearing a black T-shirt. He had distinctive blue face paint on, which was trimmed in red.
I
I'm Detective Kim Martin with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office Special Investigation Unit. If you have any information in reference to this case or any other crime in Palm Beach County, please call Crime Stoppers.
And Crime Stoppers certainly appreciates any and all donations you can make. The number's on your screen, 1-800-345-WPTV, which is 9788, and we even take Visa and MasterCard. How about that?
Or you can mail your personal checks to the address that you see on your screen. And let's go to the tote board and find out what we have tonight for you. As we wrap up our telethon for 1997, $24,762. How about that?
Thank you very much, Palm Beach County.
Generosity.
Thank you so much, everybody. Please continue watching. Our reenactments are on Wednesday nights in the 6 o'clock news on News Channel 5. And please, if you can, call in and help solve a crime. You'll be glad you did. You'll be helping yourself and your neighbor.
Thanks to you, Crime Stoppers does make a difference and helps make this place we call home all the more safer. I'm Jim Sackett for Laurel Sauer and all of us here at News Channel 5. Thank you and good night. Yes, sir.
Tonight's Crime Stoppers Telethon has been brought to you by Fidelity Federal Savings Bank. Count on us. Chuck's Appliance featuring General Electric and Westar Security Services.
2nd, 1997. Time for the Florida Lottery's Cash 3 and Play 4 games. Let's play Cash 3. Grace Ladd selects the first digit. 5. The second digit is 9. And the third digit is 6. Tune in tonight for Florida Lotto with an estimated jackpot worth $8 million. All drawings are supervised by Lottery Security and certified by Moore Stevens Lovelace Roby. Now it's time to play 4. The first digit is 5. The second digit is 4. The third digit is 2. And the last digit is 3. So tonight's Florida Lottery Cash 3 number is 596, and the Play 4 number is 5423. Good night and good luck, Florida.
Oh, boy. You see what happens when you take a car known for being practical and fun, and then you give it an unheard of lease price? Oh, well, maybe you can't. So let's back up a little. Thank you, thank you. Move along. Lady with the fiddle, excuse me. There, the Honda Civic DX Coupe. Lease one for $159 a month for 24 months and an $1,150 down payment. Better hurry, because it's going to win a lot of followers. Know what I mean?
They call you a maverick, an independent thinker, the backbone of the American economy. You own your own business. You have our undivided attention every day. Barnett, ideas for the way you live.
Here she comes, right on schedule.
Please insert tape 2.
Honey, could you turn that down, please?
The 190 horsepower escape vehicle.
Stop by the Isuzu Great Escape event and drive off with a great deal on a new rodeo.
Toyota's Spring Sales Event celebrates 40 years of rockin' America.
With great savings on special edition Toyotas.
Like $189 a month to lease a Corolla CE.
Corolla CE.
Loaded with air.
Power steering, power windows and locks, and more.
Corolla quality and more. $189 a month.
Spring is here.
Oh, that's right.
Celebrate at your Toyota dealer now.
This is great. Ball to fire.
Live, local, late-breaking news. You're watching News Channel 5.
The program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Hey, guys. Maybe this isn't such a good idea after all.
You want to get your father back, don't you? Or were you just talking big? Oh, great sleepyhead protector of children, you are needed to teach a lesson to Alan Denbo.
Stanley Z. Morris.
Otto Neff.
They have treated their offspring with neglect and woeful indifference. Waken, sleepyhead, and with God's speed, seek out our demon dads at the Nimbus Ball and ensure our revenge.
My hand! Sleepyhead hungers for human flesh! It wants my hand!
Help us, Christian! You would. You believed it. It's just a baby.
Above the law. No, not even you, black creature of the night.
I'm sorry for staring, but back in Oslo, our meter maids are not quite so hunky.
Well, actually, ma'am, I am a cop. So, you're from Norway, huh? Land of the midnight sun, the aurora borealis, Sonja Henning. Lemming.
You've been there?
Never, but my shift is up in a few minutes, and there is a place nearby we can go and discuss your impressive fjords.
Yeah, sure.
Rallo Lime, racking up strike number 3. Excuse me, ma'am, duty calls. Excuse me. Whoa, Gumbo's better than Patu's.